Well, hello everybody, and happy hump day. I hope you're doing great today. You are halfway through your week. My name is Colleen Magness, and I'm an independent demonstrator on the east coast of Virginia and Chesapeake for Stampin' Up. And golly day, it's October 12th already. So I hope you're off to a great week. It's time to take a break. I come to you every Wednesday live at noon to share some creativity with you. So you hopefully have worked hard this morning. I know I have. And it's time for you guys to just grab a sandwich, take a break, and watch me create. So as you are all coming on, I thank you so much for that. And we are going to have fun creating today. So I love specialty folds. And that's something I'm going to share with you today, but it has a special closure that I really like. So I'm going to actually demonstrate the card to you and show you how to make it. And then I'm going to show it in a couple different suites that I have made and give you some tips of what to do and what not to do. Because I love to teach, and I love to teach you what to do. I'll teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something because experience is a great learner. So leave a comment if you're popping on. So I have people from West Virginia and Virginia Beach. Barb is here. Who's from West Virginia? Because that's all I see. I don't see an actual name. Julie is here. Let's see who else popped on. Miss Barb. I have Sandy, Stephanie, Lee. Thank you all for coming. Some of you join me every week, and I just appreciate that so much. I really, really do. So one of the things I do is after I create the project for the week, if you leave a comment, if you share, like, my page, you can go to my Creating with Colleen Magness YouTube page and subscribe. I draw someone's name and they get the project that I made. So congratulations to Leanne Hutchinson, who gets this really cute tag that we made. Last week I showed you the Stamparatus and the tips you can do with the Stamparatus. So with that, I showed you how to mirror image, I showed you how to shadow image, showed you how to die cut stamps so you can get your stamps and images perfect every single time. That video is on my YouTube channel, so go check it out if you haven't seen it, or on my Facebook page. So I appreciate you all being here. Aw, Julie appreciates my consistency so very much. Julie, I'm going to frame that comment. Sadly, consistently has never been a gift of mine. This is one thing I have done consistently, praise God. But I've always been a seat flyer. I do really good at changing a schedule, fitting it all in, and again, flying by the seat of my pants. But I do find consistency has its advantages. So that is my goal in life. So thank you. You touched my heart. So I'm going to get started here just a minute. We have Karen, Cheryl's here. Hey, Cheryl, I get to see you Saturday and stamp with you. Kay is here. So again, Leanne Hutchison, if you would private message me your address, I'll put your little tag in the mail. And I appreciate you watching last week. So I'm going to take you down, turn you around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. No, I have no beer here. So anyways, I'm going to turn you down and we're going to get started creating. So hold on tight. Y'all know the fire drill. Okay, put you down and just put my stand down. Okay. So let me straighten up in here, see how I have this. Sharon is here, Lynn is here. Welcome, gals. I appreciate you so much. Mary Craig is here. Y'all just keep popping on. Come on, come on. Y'all know I am the more the merrier kind of gal. So let me straighten up my card here and we're going to get started. So I know with the gnomes, you are either a gnome lover. Let me put this down just a little bit. You either love them or you don't. I actually never gave them a whole lot of thought, but I got to tell you, they're pretty stinking cute. So, good Lord, I'm going to try to straighten up. Not going so well. Good enough. Good enough counts. So, hello, Debbie. Thanks for coming on. What I'm going to show you today is really a gatefold card. It's a typical gatefold card, but what is cool about it is the closure. Because normally we would just attach this on top and it would just open and close like this one. But I'm going to show you some tricks with this later. See how we would just do that. It's just a typical gatefold. But this actually is a slide. This slides on and off. It holds your card shut. And I'm going to show you how to make this card. And then I am actually going to show it in a couple different suites. So, oh my goodness, Kay is in the car going camping again. Say hello to your hubby, Kay. I know he's watching. Envious of Kay. She's always camping somewhere. We have some beautiful weather in Virginia to do it. Lynn has a house full. So Lynn, I think you should make them all sit and watch my video. That'll teach them. Okay. So what I am actually going to create the card in for you to see, I'll be using the Storybook Gnome Suite. So it's on page 42 of the holiday catalog. Let me turn that light on. And then on this side, you have all of the different pieces that make that suite. So I'm going to be using the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems, the Storybook Gnomes 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. And what is nice about the Designer Series paper, as Stampin' Up! Has been doing for a couple of years now, is that the dies from the stamp set cut out parts of the paper. So you can, I mean, they just do it every time, and I love it. I think it was genius. So we're going to be using that, and then the stamp set Kindest Gnomes. Plus, I have a couple other products I'll share with you. So what you're going to want to do is, let me give you the parts here. So again, just typical gatefold. So for this, you are going to need a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 inch. Okay, hold on. This is driving me crazy. Let me just straighten up a little bit and see which way my camera went. See if that helps. Good enough. Kind of, sort of. Okay, 5.5 by 8.5 piece of, oh my goodness. I wanted to call it Bashful Blue. I'm showing my age. What? It is Balmy Blue. Balmy Blue. My goodness. Stampin' Up! Colors. I've seen them all. Y'all know that. Then you're going to score this at 2 1/8 inch on each side. And I'm going to score that for you. Then you have 2 pieces of 5 1/4 by 1 7/8 inch Pacific Point. You have 2 pieces of the Storybook Gnomes Designer Series paper that are 5 1/8 by 1 3/4. Then you got a bunch of other little pieces. I might even wait to tell you about those until we get this done. Keep in mind too that I've already taken a picture of all the pieces and measurements, and as soon as we are done with our live, I will post that picture on our Facebook page for you to see. But let's go ahead and create our base first. And then I'll be able to come in here and show you how to make this, because here's like a cool little mechanism on the back that I have to teach you how to make. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to score my base piece. Now when I score it 2 1/8 on each side, it can meet completely in the middle. And normally that's fine for a gate card because you don't want to see the inside of your card. But with this little mechanism here, you have a little bit of a thickness. And you want it to slide nice and easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cutter here. And y'all know there's a magnet up here, right? And that when you open this, you want to pull from the top. If you try to pull in here, it tends to stick. Pull from the top where that magnet is. So I'm just going to go right up to the 2 1/8 line. I'm not on it. I'm not over it. I'm just kind of like right up to it. And I'm going to score. And then I'm going to flip this around and do the same on the other side, right there at the 2 1/8. So when I fold this in, I will crease that. And I fold this one in. Hold on one second. Here we go. It may have been a little too close. Hold on. Here we go. When I do that, I have a piece that you see just a little bit of a gap because I just went right under that 2 1/8 inch gap. Normally you would want it to meet all the way again for a gatefold, but this way I want this like a 1/16 of an inch there so this can easily slide back and forth. Then to put my pieces together, I'll take my Tombow liquid glue And I will put this on here. Layer this. And I only cut this about a 1/16 of an inch difference because I wanted this beautiful Pacific point to highlight this paper so it will pop out. But I didn't want it to overtake it and have too big of a border. So then I'll put this here. Okay. So I have these two pieces, and then with these two pieces, I will just put them on my gatefold. I have the one here. Kind of like to open it up so I can actually see where the score line is. So I can get everything nice and straight. So there's one. And then this one here. Alrighty, put my top on. So I have this one here to go as such. So that's really all you are doing for your gatefold when you have this here. And you can see all the different colors, the different shades of blue that Stampin' Up! Has. They really are gorgeous and they all work together. So now for our centerpiece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create this. We're going to create the back piece first because what this actually is, see how those two sides are open like such? That is how it slides onto like this. Let me see. That is how it slides onto your card. With those two gaps, it's in there and it slides back and forth. So there's a lot of fun things you can do with this, but for us, it's going to hold our gatefold closed. So what I'm doing is I am going to, when I first did this, there's a couple different ways, but I have the 2 3/4 inch square of Pacific Point. That's this piece right here, this outline. So I will take, let me show you what you need for this. 2 3/4 inch square of Pacific Point. You have a 1 5/8 inch square of basic white, and I have embossed that with the Wintry 3D embossing folder. So this folder, there are two in the pack. You have your evergreen and you have your snowflakes. Here's your evergreen, kind of hard to see in the folder, and then your snowflakes. And they are 3 inch folders. And if you ever needed to go, like if you wanted a solid piece here to be embossed, it's easy because you could just take half of it, do the embossing, flip it around, and do your other half. And then you can get a larger sheet. But if not, it works great with the mini die and cut machine. That's why it's 3 inches, so it would slide through there. So I have already embossed this with that folder. Again, loving the snowflakes. Then you are going to need 3 squares that are 2 inches each. And this is what makes our little mechanism on the back. Now 2 of these I need to score diagonally. So I'm going to take my cutter back. And at this point, it's easier, instead of trying to put this in here and then try to hold it because I don't have much room on each side, I'm going to take my, it says either pick a tool or take a pick. I like to call it pick a tool because there's so many tools I get to pick what I want, but I really think it's called take a pick tool. And it's only $10, but it's amazing. And on this side, you have this little gummy piece. That's great for picking pieces up. It is great also for using it for your embellishments, which I'll show you later. You have a paper piercer. And then on this side, because you can switch this, you have this little, like a spatula that you can use for our embossing paste. And you could also use it like if you ever need to slide 2 pieces apart. So what also comes with are 2 styluses. So I'm going to take and use the small end of my stylus right here. You just put it in and twist, and I have my stylus. So someone popped on Doris. Oh, it's rainy and wet in Wisconsin. Probably chilly too. Thankfully, it is gorgeous and sunny in Virginia. I'm loving it. Okay, so with my 2-inch square, I'm going to take 2 of these, and I'm just going to be using this track, and that's what I'm going to score. And it's just easier for me to do it this way than to try to use the blade itself. So I'll put that on there. And again, just score this. And that's going to make it easier when I fold this as a triangle. So I will take this. I have one triangle. I have my other one. And then I have this triangle. Now I'm taking this back piece right here, and that's where I'm going to put these. So I am actually going to glue them both down like this. And it's easy when you use grid paper because I can also try to line it up. So what I'll do is I'll take my liquid glue, and I'm just going to put it on one side of the triangle. Alrighty. Wow, someone's at my door. Too bad. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's just my ups man letting me know that I have a package coming. That would be nice. They normally ring the bell and run. If it's a neighbor, I'll have to get back with them. So notice I put the folded side here, and then I'm going to take this. I've already talked to my mom. She knows I have a Facebook Live, so it can't be her. And Danny would just walk up. So they're the only ones that I really check with. So I'm just going to put this in here, and I'm a little bit off, which I'm not going to worry about because I can take my scissors and trim this up. Again, this is just so it will slide back and forth. Let me trim that just a little bit there. Okay. So this, to kind of make it a little more exaggerated, this is where it slides, like this, on your piece, on the tracks. It goes back and forth. So I do need to give this some stability so they're not just flapping all the time. So I'm going to take that last 2-inch square and put it over the top. And that's what's going to make them, this slide, but yet hold that down. Otherwise, I think it would just flop off. So here again, I really am off on this one. Technically, just a little bit of your tips would stick out. But we're going to make it work. So in the front, this is what you see. But here on the back, that's your slide. The top and the bottom are going to go in there. So with this, I'm going to put it this way. Yep. And then I'm going to decorate the front. So I'm going to take my snowflake, my glue. Hey, Ellen, I'm glad you're here. Ellen says, I'm here too. Yes, she is. Thanks for joining, Ellen. I appreciate everybody being here. Y'all know that, don't you? The only thing better would be if we could all be in the stamp room at the same time. That would be awesome. So I'm putting my embossed Wintry 3D folder on here. Now, as I told you in the designer paper, you have gnomes, you have mushrooms. The dies match them. So instead of making a gnome, I can just cut them out. Now, this was a card that I did. I think Robin, you just came on. I think this was a card that you got that time when you left a comment on my Facebook page. So this was an easel card, but this is the gnome when you use the dies and not the designer paper. So it's perfect because everything was in the beard, so I knew where to put the nose, I knew where to put the hat, the beard, the feet. So this is all just out of designer paper and cardstock, where this is from the actual designer paper. So I am going to, put my dimensionals on the back here. Let me see, there we go. And then I can peel this off. Cute and clever. Yes, it is, Sharon. And I got this idea from a beautiful woman Beautiful on the inside and out. Her name is Joyce Farraco. She has been with Stampin' Up! Longer than I have. I've just been in it for 21 years. Joyce has been in it longer, and she was one of the first demonstrators that I admired so much for the work that she did, and she's very successful. So thank you, Joyce. We all learn from each other. So of course I already have one of these stamped in case this one doesn't turn out. Y'all know I like a little backup. But basically I would have normally stamped this and then cut it with the dies. So let me see if I had it here. These dies are the special shapes, specialty shapes dies. So I'm going to put it down here. And I have it stamped, but oh my goodness, look at that. Now it's stamped straight. That's perfect. And what I'm going to do is I did stamp it a little closer on the edge here because I want to tuck it up underneath him. And since he's popped up, I'm just going to put 2 of the mini dimensionals here. And the reason I put 2, because sometimes if you put 1, it tends to twist on you. I don't want any twisting. I want this to be nice and straight. So I'll put my 2 on here. And, oh, Stephanie's loving it. Thanks, Steph. Sharon, cute and clever. Yes, thanks to Joyce. Julie would love to be back in Virginia. Julie, come visit anytime. So much you can do in Virginia. It really is nice. So then I'm going to put this on here. And then I'm going to embellish it. Because we have on the table somewhere, here we go. We have these great fine sparkle adhesive back gems, and they coordinate with this suite. So I'll open that up. And the hardest part of adding your embellishments is saying, oh my goodness, where do I want it? I do kind of want that one because it's in the middle of my big snowflake. I could put a little one here. And then let's put maybe a lighter one. Because in the snowflake paper, I do have the pool party and the balmy blue one in there. And then, of course, since I have a Wink Estella in front of me, why not? Why not give him a little gray, shiny in his beard? I know I got a lot of gray in my hair. Oh, eyebrows too. It's all part of the package. All right. So I have my piece here. And again, if you see, I'm trying to show you, this is the front and the back. And that's how it slides on. That will literally, put this here. My hands are shaky. See, y'all, I'm eating lunch. I still have to get mine. Sometimes I think it's easier just to slide it that way. And this slides back and forth. Now, these are the things I want to teach you. And this is what I learned kind of the hard way. But you know what? Again, I don't think experience is hard. I think it's a great teacher. And that's why I'm not afraid to show you what works and what doesn't work. Because just like a good parent, I want you to learn from my mistakes. I never listened to my mom when she told me that. I had to find out on my own. But y'all saved yourself your cardstock and your aggravation. When I first did this, I was thinking, okay, this gatefold needed to meet completely in the center. But it kind of can't. If you look at it, there's like a little bit of a gap in the middle here. So the first one that I wanted to make was going to be this one. I love this card. I love the paper, and I'm going to show you a trick with the designer paper in a minute. But what happened was when I went to do this, and if you notice my top is smaller than my bottom, that's fine. This one is even. A gatefold is a gatefold, however you want to do it. But when I did this, it's black, so you have to put something on the inside. And so I had a white piece and I had a white strip going across the middle. And that just kind of took away from all of the beauty. So with this, I just did the typical gatefold, made my piece, but instead of putting that mechanism on the back, I just put 2 dimensionals and put it on the front. So still a very pretty gatefold. And one of the things I had done, I had made this card a couple weeks ago with the Hello Harvest paper. This is a Hello Harvest suite. With the Hello Harvest designer paper, it's black and white on one side and, of course, a design on the other. So this was originally black and white. This card here, I've made this a couple different ways. I love this fold. But with this, I actually took my blends and I colored the leaves. So keep in mind, black and white is just an opportunity to color. Whether it be with your blends, your papers, you can brayer, not brayer it, but use your sponging brushes. Beautiful. So then I think it was Patty Bennett showed, the same concept, same color in it. But what she did, and I thought was awesome, and I had to copy, was she went ahead and colored the pumpkins. I think the pumpkins in this suite are very pretty, but with it being in a really rust, it was a little bit flat. Sorry, Stampin' Up, I'm always honest with my critiquing. But if you took this paper and used the light pumpkin pie, thank you, blend. See, I'm into my coloring. I can't multitask today. Just enjoying my coloring. But if I take the light pumpkin pie blend and I color these pumpkins, I think it just gives the paper a whole new look, and it also warms it up a lot. So keep that in mind. You can alter anything, whether it be designer paper, definitely black and white. Let me see. So here, now, it's just a little bit different look, and I think it's warmer. I love that. So wait, I had a question here. Steph said, on that other fold that you did, how did you hear the flap that you put over in the middle? How did I adhere the flap in the middle? This one here, I just used dimensionals. So this is just a flat embellishment that I put on with embellishments. With dimensionals. This here, I have a video. If this is what you're talking about, this I'll have a video on my Creating with Colleen Magness YouTube channel. You can see exactly how I did that. And then this, of course, was the one that I just showed you. Slides back and forth. That makes this little piece right here. So I wanted to do it differently because I have done this also with the sweet candy canes. So again, you do want to use a background that is lighter. So with the light, the white on white, I'm not going to notice that in the middle. The balmy blue on the balmy blue, I'm not going to notice that. The white on the inside and the black contrast, I'd have a white line going through. So just keep that in mind when you're picking your cards. But this one here uses the sweet candy canes, same concept. Back and forth. And I actually just took designer paper. This is a candy cane that is cut from the designer paper, again, that I love. And then this is your back piece. Like that. So it'll just slide right on there. So I think that was the main thing I wanted to tell you. If you want to put something in here, if you want to embellish it, I can slide him off. Open this up. I have 2 pieces of a 1/2 inch by 3 inch of the Storybook Gnome designer paper. And so here I'm just going to cut up the middle like so. I'm going to make 2 of these. And that's how I make my banners. Because if you try to cut and cut, then you're going to cut and cut and cut and cut to try to get it even, and you're going to end up with like a 1-inch piece. But if you just cut up the middle, this side, then you have the designer paper. And I'm just going to, again, I'm just looking for a little bit of an embellishment on the inside. So I can just put this kind of coming this way. This one coming this way. So that gives you just a little beautiful in there. And then just keep in mind, you can write up here, you just have like a 1/8 inch strip in the middle that you're not going to want to write in, because they could probably see it. Or you can make sure if he's in the middle, that if you stamp something, it's right underneath him. That probably would work great too. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. Toying with the idea of doing this in a stamp club. Cheryl knows I still have my other project I have to make. Leave a comment, Cheryl and Robin. Let me know what you think. We meet on Saturday. But I wanted to share with you one more time. Stampin' Up! Has their special for the month of October, the starter kit special, where you can select $155 in product from the annual or the mini catalog, and then you only pay $99 with free shipping. So please let me know if you have comments on that. Different things. You can email me, private message me. I'll give you a phone call and I can answer any questions you have. So let me see. Steph loves the side. Steph, I knew you would. You are an avid stamper who likes the special folds and things too. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Robin. Oh, that was a good big hit. Thank you. And again, thanks, Joyce Faracco, for showing me that side. So please create something fun this week. We have a special weekend. I'm so happy. We will be staying at my sister's house because she's going out of town for the weekend. So we are going to go act like newlyweds and hang out at the beach and spend our time together. Looking forward to it. And I'm sure the kids are looking forward to us being gone. So yes, you'll have to try special fold. And thank you for following me. Thank you so much. That's it. I will see you all next Wednesday at noon as we create something else together. I think from here on out, all the projects will be focused on Christmas because that is going to be here before you know it. But let's not rush life, okay? Let's enjoy the day. So Liz, thank you. Thank you, everyone. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it so much. I will post the dimensions for this as soon as I'm done chatting. And one lucky person, I will draw their name and you will get the gnome slide card. So may God bless you all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.